today we'll be starting with the last class we saw how to create a database, right? So from
Yes.
today we'll start with what are all things that you have to check while digitalizing. So we'll start with basic digitalizing and photogrammetry.
Okay, okay.
Because since for our schedule is all done, we have done till production actually. So this will be the next step for production.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I just created a sample geo database. We just have the sample image. So we'll just add those things. Okay. And I'll just add the database also. So I will yeah. Yeah.
This is a collective of how many images, Sarana?
As far as I know, that is somewhere around 680 there.
Okay.
So this is what we get out of 680 images. Full portion what we
Okay.
want.
Okay.
So initially we'll start with everything.
And what's the requirement of RAM
Ma'am,
for?
if you want to work on only RGS, it is better you have 4 GB itself, ma'am. When you
Okay,
wanted like somewhere for production and all, when you're doing only, you need at least an 8 GB.
8 GB. Okay.
Yeah. So just like last class, we have created all these point lines and polygon.
Mm.
So now we'll start. Like we'll just give start editing or start edit is all started. This will be our create feature. We have to enable it, and this will be our attributes. So we have two columns. One is attributes. The other one is create, which is point line and polygon. So mostly our polygon, you have to double click this portion and your polygon should be hollow only and the outline width is 1.5. So this is the standard size 1.5. So this standard size is approved by Survey of India. So any polygon that you are digitalizing, your line width should be 1.5. Okay, so this will be your polygon and the line spacing also it is better if you have the width as 1.5. So that now it will be better for markings and other things. So basically have the standard size of 1.5 so that it will be better for you. So now we'll start with point features. So basically point features are done in places where we have electric poles and whether if you want to identify any particular features or vehicles or whatever we want. So mostly like electric poles will be in point features, your light poles, your power distribution poles, your street lights, your Wi-Fi broadband poles and all will be. So this is how we'll be able to identify it. So you'll be even have able to see your electric
Yes,
power
it is
lines.
visible.
Yeah, based on that only. Or in if this is not a residential area, you will not have this much of wirings in it. In that cases, you will have to identify it based on the shadows. Sometimes, not sometimes, mostly your electric poles will have some shadows towards it. Like for example, I just draw and show you. Yeah, if there is your electric pole is here, it will have some minor shadow, just like this. In some places, you will just have one small line or some small shadow, just like this. So initially, based on your location, you have to start identifying your features. So when you want to draw a point, you have to select it on the create feature. Unless and until you are selecting it or doing something on the create feature, you will not be able to do it. Like by we are keeping points like this. Suddenly, if you want to draw a line, you just not have to go to table of contents. You have to go to create features and draw it. And your line, when you're double clicking it, it will be off. So it will be continuous unless and until you're using the left click. And when you double click at the same point, your line gets discontinued. The same is for polygon also. You can continuously keep polygons. Even if unknowingly you had a double press, and you cannot redraw it. You have to only erase it and entirely redraw it from first. While initially starting with this proportional, like most people will have this issue, they'll be like continuously having a dots like this. Suddenly they may double click, so like this. So in these cases, you have to entirely again select it, delete it, and only redraw. You can't edit it or add vertices on the initial stage. So initially, so this is how you have to draw. And as far as photogrammetry is concerned, see, I'll be just taking only this building. I'll take, for example. So we'll consider this to be the building top. So photogrammetry is nothing but taking measurements out of photo. It consists of two words, which is photo and geometry, which means you are taking data out of it. So this is the basic classic example of photogrammetry where you are drawing it. See, you are getting one. So this is what photogrammetry means. You have the shape length in meters. The entire polygon is of 46 meters, and this is the total area of it, square meters. So this is what it will be. So this is said to be photogrammetry. So now we'll see other options also. See, when you want to add any other field like survey number or anything, you just save your edit, stop it, go here, add field. Okay, we'll just add survey number, for example. Survey number, it should be a short integer. That's all I'm taking yes. So I can you cannot edit here unless and until your edit is in start mode. But you can add fields. So I'm adding survey number. So we'll have one more area for area also. So that now we'll be able to. So I'll give it as a double, and I'll add one more for line. So that now we'll be able to double it. And one name I'll add. So that now you know how everything works. So if it is a name, you have to select text here and click yes. So now this is what we have done now. Now we are going to do start edit, and I'm selecting this line. See, these are all the attributes that I've given them. Survey number, area, line, area. In survey number, if I'm given text, it will not accept because we have given it as in double. So we have to give survey number only in numbers. So now it will give one minute. Survey number was double, right? So you can just directly select it and delete or turn off, just like what you are doing in Excel. So I think I'm wrong. So I just go to put it as a float or a double. So that okay, I'll put it as float itself. So now we'll have point values or subdivision something. So we can go start editing. I'm selecting it. I'm selecting the attribute table. So see. So this area and line I'll show you how to calculate automatically. So this name I've given in text, I'll just give one name. So here, and I've given this in float. Just click. See now. Just like this, we can add n number of fields here, how much ever you want. Because you cannot edit these three fields, which is object ID, shape length, and shape area, because these three are generated by the system itself. Whereas you can add any number of areas of field here which you want, you can take the data. And see, now we'll go to attributes. So see, this line and area, I told you we can calculate it directly. See, there is one option called field calculator. So just clicking it. So you can write a code also. Like for example, this will be like for area you want to consider. So this is the area. This is the Python coding for finding the shape area. You just click OK. You will automatically get your manual calculation also. Or else, if you don't want this, just select here. Go to calculate geometry. In this, you have some set of preset options, which is area, perimeter, what is the x coordinate of 1 point. So this XY centroid and X and Y centroid is either you need to pin this location. So I'm giving this needs like X centroid and Y centroid. If it is X centroid, it will consider this portion from X axis. If it is Y centroid, it will consider the same point from Y axis. And if I want perimeter and area, so I'll give area.
Which
And
is
we
which
have
is X and which is Y? How and it takes that?
X is latitude, sir. Y is longitude. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That is default. It will never change. Wherever you are going, X is latitude and Y is longitude. That's all. So the centroid is the X mark. You can, I think so you are able to see it. There is one small X here.
Hmm.
Question. And when I'm selecting area, see, I have multiple options like acres as per US, acres, hectares, square decimeter, feet. So we have standard output rules. So if I'm selecting perimeter, see, I get all this, and if I'm selecting X centroid, also we can get it like you mostly will get it out of decimal values or anything. See decimal degrees or yards or something. It is better you go with the decimal degrees to get lat long. Sometimes these things are used only for internal calculation, whereas you determine what is zero for you, and based on that zero, it will give you the data.
Hmm.
Okay, if you are going for centimeter, like it will be like, for example, we'll consider this as x-axis, and this is like it will tell you from this point, you go like 10 meters, go forward for 15 meters, that will be your center point. So my x will tell you 15 meters from the left edge, and my y will tell me 15 meters to the center. So where these two lines meet will be your center point. So if you are going for decimal degrees, you will get the latitude and longitudes. So we can calculate area. I'll just give square meters. And okay, see the value of this one is almost same because this is defaultly calculated area in square meters, whereas it will only have limited denomination of 6. Whereas here you can have n number of values exactly. So this is where the accuracy comes in. In some projects, their default value will not be considered valid. You have to manually calculate it to 10 values or 12 values of decimal. We'll go into this line. You just go, you want field calculator. Instead of shape area, you just have to type shape length and change it into meters. So that your shape length will be calculated in meters. So this formula is like this exclamation is default. Whether it is the shape area or length, you have to mention it. And at what is the type of quantity output? Sometimes you put acres, centimeter, centimeter, whatever you want. You can mention it as then click OK. Your calculation will be in process. Now see, this is your shape length and this is your line. See, this is only having 6 denominations. This will have n number of denominations of however you want.
The
And we'll
shape length is the complete
the
polygon.
perimeter. No, the perimeter of the entire polygon what we have drawn.
Hmm.
And the shape area is what is the total area that it is occupying.
Okay.
So companies will when you are giving a delivery, they'll never consider these two because these two will have only 6 denominations. Whereas companies need a very better accurate data, they will ask you to manually calculate. So you have to manually calculate the shape area and shape length. You have to manually calculate. That is a fact here. So just like in last class, see now everything is completed, and we can check that here also. See, my name is this number, my survey number is this one. So based on whatever data we provide, we can have labels also. So I just right click here, go to properties, just like putting a name. So I just told you we can put name. So I'll just on survey number. So I'm just clicking go to labels, click on, I'll select survey number. I'll select some font color which is visible. So I'll just click apply and I'll just click OK. See, so every data you draw will be pinched with a survey number, whatever it may be, or how much ever type of data or quantity of data it might be. And in these cases only, we told you right, there is one tool called autocomplete, where this polygon is here. I'm selecting autocomplete. I'll start from inside of this polygon and draw the edges of this polygon. And I have to finish it off inside the same polygon.
Mm.
So I'll just come inside, double click here. So that now my polygon will be visible. Now I have two polygons. So this polygon, same, I can go to attributes and I can give whatever values I want. And while selecting the shape area and shape line, you can select either any one or you can select the entire row and calculate. That is up to you. So
Now, the
that is how
shape
it is.
area is contains both the polygon.
Which one? Either if
The
you are hmm. Sir, if you are calculating vertical wise, the calculation which you are doing will be applicable only for one particular row or any one particular survey number. If you are selecting vertically,
Mm.
every field in that, like if you have 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh field also, it will get calculated. But based on number of entities you have, the calculation time might exceed or extend, whatever it might be. So if I'm having like 1 lakh features in it, it may take some half an hour or 25 minutes or sometimes even 1 hour to calculate the area. That's all.
No, no. Here, the second polygon which you have showed, no, for example,
Yes, sir.
inside polygon. So that
Yes, sir. Yes.
polygon also have a different attributes, or it will
Yeah.
be
No, no, it is having different. See, I'm selecting attributes. See, it is entirely new.
okay.
See, I'm selecting the older polygon. I have all data filled out. I'm selecting the new polygon. See, it is entirely full. Unless this, I mean, like, other than the shape ID, shape length, and shape area, because these are your default, like it is calculated by system. Whenever you complete a polygon, it will automatically get calculated. So I can just
Okay.
select any other polygon, and when I'm completing it, see how much your object ID will be like 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, you can get it out.
Okay. But
Doesn't
here in the attributes, we only see one polygon now. Not, but actually we do have two polygons, correct?
yeah, yes,
Mm.
sir.
Here in the table, we can able to see one row only.
Yeah, yes. See, okay.
Ah, okay.
Sometimes this table might not be refreshed. That is a problem.
Okay.
Sometimes it might happen. So once you open it and close it and open it, you'll have same everything. All things to be new.
And for six digit, which company is expecting, no, the six
Mhm.
digit decimal, it's due to the accuracy they are expecting that,
No,
by
sir,
any other
actually,
reason.
no, the software RGF gives you a standard 6 digit only. This
Okay.
is a standard format. Whereas in
Oh,
some companies, they'll give you that we will not accept automatic calculation. Either way, the value will be the same. See,
mm,
the value will be the same. It will be the same 1299 206975. It will be 2069 058 0096. So this is
mm,
a standard value and this is the company what we have manually generated. The error might be like somewhere around zero point 0.5 meter,
mm,
like say millimeter or centimeter or something like that. When they want
okay.
more accurate output, they'll ask us to manually calculate area and this line length. for which we already have calculators and formulas.
Okay, manually in the sense not we are the manual work. I mean,
No, no. Yeah, we
we are
need to put
using
the
a text
formula, it will
formula.
calculate. That's all.
Okay, okay.
So this process of extracting measurements from any one image is said to be photogrammetry. Now we have extracted the survey
So
data from,
photogrammetry, it's only having the size of the data. I mean,
yeah,
how
it
much?
yeah,
Okay,
it will be having
not.
all geometric measurement like what is the angle, like
Mm,
if this road is there, what is the distance between this road? Like we have to extract. See, there is a scale here. This is the road edge. This is the building edge.
mm,
See, you will see the entire length. What is the length of it? How much it is there? Everything.
mm,
So photogrammetry is taking measurements out of an image. That's all. That is what it is basically defined. And the type of measurement can be any type. It can be the
mm,
curve of it. Like for example, if we are taking a curve like this, so it may even record what is the angle of curve and other things, whatever it may be. But it should have. See here we have measurement in line. See, we have measure area. We can measure a feature, whatever it may be, and we have see formulas for distance. This is the standard output distance. See, we can change it on whatever format we want, and we can check it out. And see, this is considered a 2D plane. So now we are doing it in planar. So geodesic it is there, lexogram it is there, elliptical it is there. This is based on like different objects of what we are measuring. Basically, for survey work, it will be like plane only. This geodesic, like it will measure you from the georeference point or something. This laxodome and grade ellipticals will not be considered for any survey purposes. These are all
mm,
like analysis and interpretation purposes for other planets or maybe some other new different data. These things are used. And basically, it will be in planar. This distance you'll do it in meters, area you'll do it in square meters. So that's all. This is the basic stuff.
mm.
In this basic of doing anything or taking any measurements from any particular fixture, it is said to be photogrammetric. And now we'll see other tools. Like see, there is
The
one tool
finding
called
out this electric poles,
yeah, yes,
uh,
sir.
how we are getting, because out of experience you are finding out, because I can see very difficult to find out at the first sight.
Yeah, yes, sir. Problem is like initially you have to identify any one pole. See, this is what
Okay.
I show. See, some here there is no electrical pole visible, but we have a shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, your electrical pole will be on the bottom of the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So that is how
Okay.
initially it will be like every electrical, there is one single formula there, which is like every electrical pole is always connected. There is no electrical pole left without connection. So
Okay.
once you identify any one pole, you
Mm.
start searching for the surrounding poles.
Okay.
So once you're able to like identify one set of nearby poles, like for example, say I'll show you one
On the right side, is this the pole? Uh,
here.
on the right. Okay.
So here actually here there is a pole. See.
Mm. Mm.
So, for example, if you would check one pole, you identify other. Once this is all completed, now consider this to be the base pole. Based on this, start looking around. So there is no pole which is left unattended. Every pole is interconnected with any one or other poles. See, if I'm identifying any one pole like this, I have to check. See, based on wire or something, we have to check where it is going. Okay, I have a pole here. Then again, select. Once I have marked every pole in connection to this, go to the next pole. Now you might have 1 or 2 points marked. Now check for its surroundings. In which poles and all
Mm.
it is connected, you have to mark it out.
Mm.
And see, if I'm going here, I can identify this pole. And based on this, here is also one pole is there. This
Mm.
is by experience and by the way you are seeing it only. Just have a open mind only, sir. Simply, if you're going in road, every pole the by wiring will be straight only or in any shape, but it will be
Mm.
continuous.
Mm.
So when you identify a type of wiring, you just follow the wire to identify the next pulse. That's all. Other than that, nothing is not required.
Mm,
There are sometimes, you'll be able to identify even few different things. Like they might ask you to identify pipelines or something and all. You will
mm,
have very hard time finding the starting point or any one point. So that is how it was for me also for anyone. It will be
mm,
hard to start with one point or identify the initial starting point. But once you have identified the initial point, you just have to trace out the path of which it is flowing to identify other points. In
mm,
electric pole also or in pipelines, whatever the case may be, you just have to identify any one starting point. So see, in these cases, you don't have any starting point itself, whereas see in these places there is no pole visible. But here you see a home is there and check for wirings in a room. So somewhere here there should be a pole. So this is all just a logical thinking only. If there is a home here, you need electricity connection. If you have electricity
mm,
connection, you will have any one pole nearby. See in this place you are unable to identify any pole or something. On these type of cases, better check for shadows or anything. See, there is one shadow here, a dark
mm,
black line in the middle. So if you see anything like this, identify it as pole. That's all. There is nothing to check it or verify it. And mostly your GIS data will have only random checking. See, in this case, your electrical pole is here and your shadow is this side. If you're fixing the
mm,
shadow, you should keep your point here. But see, the
mm,
ground is here. So your point will be somewhere here. So on these type of cases, your shadow might also be tricked because here your shadow will fall somewhere on the middle itself, whereas
mm,
your pole goes all the way down. So these type of things and all you can only identify by experience only. Other than that, it will take some time to identify these things. That's all. So it is just a logic that if there is one pole, see now this is the distance between one pole and the other pole. But see the other pole is two distance. So in this case, there should be another pole in middle somewhere. So I guess here we have any one pole because shadow is there, all of the things are there. And
mm,
you check for distance also. Now it is somewhat even. So there will not be any poles of two very large distance also because wiring cannot do it. So just a logical thinking like how it might be working or how it might come on, you can just
mm,
directly mark it out. And for as far as EV pole is concerned, you will be having like so much false marking only. Some place you might assume to be a electric pole, it might be a light pole or it might be a Wi-Fi pole. As
mm,
far as electric pole is concerned, mostly like you will have 30 to 40% error only.
mhm.
So in that case, you can only identify the error one with help of experience.
Okay.
Your Wi-Fi pole will also have all the same wiring type and all connected to multiple houses and all. But in case your height and the size or image will be changing
Mm,
because your electric pole will not have any distributing lines or anything. They will
mm,
consider this for example. See here you have only one point. Right. There is a shadow of electric pole. Your electrical pole shadow. See, if this is a Wi-Fi line, you will not have all these distributions channels and all. It will be a single stick alone. Or if that
okay.
is a split pole, you will just have one shape like this inside this pole. That's all. So
Mm,
see here also you have one distribution six. Here also you have one light. So these shapes or anything you are doing as that now, it will be coming only purely out of experience. So based
mm,
on how much ever data you are working on, and how much different types of data you are working on, you will be able to identify it. That's all.
mm. Okay.
Sometimes in some places you will be only able to identify it with the color because your cement poles and mostly your Wi-Fi poles will be of same gray color only. But there might be some small differences because your Wi-Fi pole will have some black junction box at the top. So based
Mm,
on that only you have to identify. This is purely what you see is it. So basically, like if you're going in the street, you just have to observe what are all the features there. That we'll do because in field while we are taking data, we'll send in a team to observe alone
mm,
because they'll note down there are these
mm.
these things in that because you can directly identify what is there only through image. So
Okay.
sometimes they'll give us a list of objects. So these are the objects that we have observed. So after
Mm.
completing the work, we'll cross verify it whether no these objects are all there or not,
Okay.
or something.
So
Or sometimes even they'll give us images also.
the people who go to field and digitizing will be the same persons or it's a different
If
persons?
if you are working for a very international company or a very big company, it will be different. But if you are
Okay.
working for a startup, it will be you who will be going to the field and you will be the same who will be doing the mapping work also.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because if you are a very big company, you will have very big budget, so you'll have only dedicated team for field work and you'll have one dedicated team for backend. So
Mm.
in these cases, even we used to receive data like a list of images also, what they have seen in field. So in
Mm.
that, if there is any unique or unidentified objects, we have to again check for entire data for these objects and other things.
Okay. So this image, what is the project requirement here? This data?
So it was
Uh,
entirely fully mapping only.
okay.
We have to map out roads and buildings fully.
Oh,
So
okay.
in this case, we will just select one polyline. Initially, whatever there is one particular rule which is first you have to digitalize one which is very more. So mostly in every image you will have only road only. So road will consume most of the properties like, or most of the output amount. Like percentage wise speaking of the entire image, you'll have like some 30 to 40% the road alone. So we'll say that you have to start from quantity wise, which is having more number of quantity. You digitalize that first, so that when you are coming to the smaller quantity, you will not even have work to do. Because see, if I'm digitalizing this all roads, I can directly
Mm.
go. I will select autocomplete polygon and I will complete this build up area. I will connect it with road data vector. Now my completing the polygon will be easy. I will go
Mm.
to one portion. I'll start with another. See, if I'm doing like this, it will be easy for me to digitalize all buildings and other things. Whereas if there is a no road like this, I have to go to polygon first. I have to digitalize this portion. Then again I have to go to autocomplete. Only buildings I'm doing. So I'll digitalize only building. Something like this. And again at last you will be able to draw all these two sides for example I'm telling. So once this is done, then again you have to go to autocomplete polygon, complete your road alone separate. It is better like the order will be like that only. Whichever is having the more number of entries, you have to complete it first. That is a hierarchy. The less number of entries it has, the less importance you have to give it to them. Because
Here we
once you
have
have
more buildings, correct? In this photo.
actually if you are considering like this, it is always road which is more. There
Oh,
might be some 10,000 villages, but you have all 10,000 villages connected to roads, which means the quantity of road is more as compared to buildings. So, or it is better to start with road, irrespective
mm.
of the hierarchy or number of quantity. You start with road because your road will have connectivity to all features.
Mm.
So you
But
can't just
you you have drawn a road here, right? The blue color.
yeah,
Uh,
sure.
so, but actually, it is a line. It should be a line, correct, for road.
No, sir.
But
No, that is what you're giving. Only your road's central line will be on line features.
okay.
See, if we are, I'll just show you where you have markings and other things. Yeah. Hmm. 1 minute. See, for example, we'll take somewhere like this. Your line feature is only marking the center of the road.
Mm.
It will not give you the entire shape and size. So the center line depicts where road is, but
Mm.
you need the entire length and the area of which the road it is consuming.
Mm.
So we'll draw one polygon also,
Mm.
so that now we'll know the area of road. Just like
Okay.
we'll calculate area of building, we have to also give them this is the total square meter we have. Out of
Mm.
which this much square meter is road, this much is building, this much is government property, So they need it in quantity wise. So your
Okay.
road not only have lines, it will also have polygon. Mostly it will be like polygons only.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're putting it in any one feature, you go here, check it, it will be in same different same colors only. So initially what we'll recommend is you start with the road, you go to water features next. Once road and water body is all completed, you will only have buildings and other things like boosters or anything. So that is where your 70% of the project is over because unless other than buildings, everything you might have been completed.
Mm-hmm.
So you start with road, second go for hydrology features. Minimum 50% of your project area will be completed for sure. So the
Mm-hmm.
balance 50% is where you will be marking out buildings. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So once
Mm-hmm.
that is also done, there is two different process for checking correction. Okay, there is one thing called a random QC, one is called full QC. Where in full QC, you have to check line by line, section by section, polygon by polygon. In random QC, for example, this is their entire data, they'll zoom here, check if there is any error. Okay, zoom out. They'll randomly go to 5 or 10 locations, check for errors. Once the 10 places is pakka, they'll assume that the entire data quality is okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as your foreign clients or someone, they'll only do random QC because they can't sit and do entire like 10,000, 15,000 square kilometers at once. So
Mm-hmm.
in that case, they'll take random. They'll give us one report also. Like they'll give us a format. We have to give them random QC output format. Like we have to, they'll give us a numbering also. Per square kilometer, take 5 random data. Per this much
Mm-hmm.
square kilometer, take this many number of random checks. So we have to give them. This is a image, a 5 sample images from 5 different locations on for random checking also. So while giving this
Mm-hmm.
output, we have to submit that also. That will be our quality report. For some places, they'll ask this also. So based on what they want is what the number of reports and mostly this is not delivered as per our database. We just go here. There is one thing called data. You just export data, and here all features should be there, and we'll export it into a shape file. So any data taken from this will be exported into a shape file and will be delivered. No one will be delivering the database directly. See, if I'm creating a database, see, these two are the database files. One is Microsoft Access. Both will be from Microsoft Access itself. Okay, see, Microsoft Access database. So you will not submit these database because your company's every data will be present in a database. You will just export it into a shape file or something and deliver it so that they'll only have copies related to the actual data. They'll not have the some shortcuts or tools or some programming, whatever you're doing in the database, they'll not have that also. So whatever delivery we are doing in GI, you have to export it into a shape file, put it into a shape file and only deliver it. Okay. So till now, is there any other doubt on how to identify and market or something for Sedu sir and Mamta ma'am?
Mm-hmm. No.
No, no, it's
Mamta ma'am,
clear.
yeah,
No,
okay
it's
ma'am.
clear.
Yeah, okay. So now we'll see about some other tools which is here. So first thing you have to see is cat polygon. So when you're like that, we mostly use. For example, we'll create one full. We can create one full polygon for buildings like this. See, this is said to be cat polygon. I'll just go here. I'll cut where and all there is buildings. So if I'm doing like this, it will be easy for me also. I don't want to draw every polygon. I'll draw one full polygon, cut wherever necessary like this. So all these will be different polygons now.
Mm-hmm.
So that it will be like work timing form will be very much ready because see, in this case, I'll take one polygon, I'll draw one polygon, I'll go to autocomplete, I'll start here and finish. Again go here, finish. Whereas if it is cut polygon, I'll draw one polygon, select it, and it is also possible for multiple cuttings at the same time. See, I'm doing so. See, so all this cut is done in a single stroke itself. So since this option is highly available, See, I'll show you exactly how it is done. Polygon, I'll select one rectangle. See, this is considered to be four properties because this is different building, this is different, these four are different building. Now let's go to select cut polygon. I'll cut one portion. I'll cut. So now in one go, I have got four polygons easily.
Mm,
So that
mm,
is why we use mostly cut polygons. And there is one more thing of the reshape. So this is said to be the reshape tool. So where you have made error, see this portion it is too wide. I'm just reshaping it. See, my entire polygon shape is getting reshaped. See, if I'm selecting two polygons, I'll select reshape tool. You cannot do it because you have selected multiple feature. This feature is available only when you're able to select. See, if I'm reshaping it like this, my entire image box goes to this much size. See, okay. So this is called the reshape tool. This is called edit vertices. This is done when see when all your four vertices shown, you can just directly click it and edit your points alone whenever necessary. Mostly this will not be used. See, I'll just click edit vertices. I'll select the point, move it somewhere apart. Also, I'm able to do it. Now this is my full polygon. So based on this, the area, length, everything changes.
mm.
That's all. So these are the main tools that we'll be using.
So
And
this same option will be available in QGS, the cut polygon.
no, the same like cut polygon will be there, reshape will be there, edit vertices will be there, but they're not like the same toolbar. It will be having different toolbars.
Okay.
Right, I'll show you that also if you want. Once this is open, I'll show you. So mostly what we'll do is we'll draw roads, we'll create full boundaries for the buildings. We'll start cutting from starting to end so that no our work will be very much reduced. Yeah. I'll just add QGIS. I'll add the same. See in this place. Here, whereas you just go here, you just select new, or you can just directly go here, select new, go for C, where you have geo packages database, shapefile, C. So I'll just simply give some shapefile or something. I'll not name alone, I'll put some ASD or something. Okay, now I've given in geometry type, we have to select whether it is a point, line, or polygon. Okay, now we'll start with the point feature. I'll click OK. So, see, so I have just dragged it, new point. Now see, this is set to be start editing. So I'll just click toggle editing. My entire toolbox comes to alive. See, here, this feature is called add point feature, whereas in here we had a feature here, right? So just like this, we have it like here. So I'll directly select it. But whereas here in RGS, whatever data you are providing, the object ID will be automatically shown. See, object ID 23. Whereas here we have to provide object ID like one, and I'm putting another one, I have to put two, and if I'm putting another one, I have to three. So these things all manual. Okay, same like this. I'll create one more for line. See, I'll take line string. I'll click OK. 1 minute. 1 minute. Sir, sir. yeah, so like this, we have to do it here. So now what we'll do is we'll do one thing, like you start with your portion of digitalizing. I'll have I think I'll share this in the group. Anyone take any one portion, like you could take one full polygon like this, and you start your digitalizing. So you start with the digitalizing from today's class, and if there is any doubt, we can discuss it by the next class. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So we'll finish up today's class with this. You start with this digitalizing. So that now we'll start with this.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
have QGS, so uh,
So you can start. I'll share the RGS file now. I'll share that also.
RGA setup.
Yeah, I'll send you the RGS setup in group.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So that's a crack version, right? Do we need to do any settings to be changed
No,
to
you just
while
have to
installing?
replace it. No, you just have to replace it. That's all. So it will be like I'll share you the files. You just
Okay.
replace it. That's all. There will be one
Uh,
thing called crack in it. You just have to go to the location and replace it. That's all. There will be one README folder, just like our old Pix4D. You will have one step-by-step folder for that also. Okay.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So Mamta ma'am, do you have any other doubts? Mamta ma'am?
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Do you have
No,
any
it's
other
okay.
doubts? Yeah. Okay, ma'am. So we'll stop today's session with here itself. And
Actually, I
we-
am familiar with ArcGIS. I am already working on this software.
yeah. Okay. So, or if there is anything specifically you want to learn from RGS, that also we can start because I haven't started from Arc Toolbox till now. So
Okay.
on that this concern, we'll start with that also. Okay.
According to course module, what you
Yeah,
will
I am
start?
preparing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm preparing it. I'll send you module wise or topic wise.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Bye.
you.